everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we have a defense that loves to quickly get off the field. The Browns are #1 in defensive yards allowed, and they go up against the Bengals, who will need to be sharp on offense. It's set to be a cold one on the shores of Lake Erie as we send you up to First Energy Stadium. Our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The forecast calling for more of the same of what we're seeing right now, a steady coat of fresh snow here at First Energy Stadium in downtown Cleveland. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback. Now a play fake here on first down. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he's brought down after a good gain. And let's not take for granted, in these conditions, that's never an easy pass and catch.
You really got to find a way to drive the ball. You know, get your grip. You know, that's why we see some of the guys now, they'll put the gloves on when they throw the ball in this type of a condition. Sometimes the glove might make it too slippery. So you got to figure out what's going to work for you. But how about the receivers? Looking back and trying to locate the ball coming through snow and making sure they have full concentration.
And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finding time. And he's got his man on the comebacker. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Or these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there, because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Big play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Travis Coons now to add the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Boy, tie game, first quarter, but still they're going to go with the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. The Browns defense so an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with them.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard, because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard.
And a loose football, and the Bengals grab it.
Whenever we call a game that's in the snow, we have to focus a little bit more, trying to make sure we've got the right numbers on players that we're calling right, the right guys in the game. Think about the guys on the field. Their focus has to really increase as well, because so many things coming at you, you got to make sure that you're really locked in on taking care of the ball.
Or if you don't, you cough it up like they did right there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
The defense won that play so fast, and I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the Bengals starting defensive unit now.
Vontaze Burfict is a super talent and a fierce competitor. He can do it all at the linebacker position.
Eight yards to go here on 2nd down. So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. Plenty of scoring here already. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be met at about the 43. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here we go now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. They'll look to throw here. And that's caught by Smith. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll come out in the pistol. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. And he comes back with one complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the offense will hold on to this one right at the 5-yard line. Lucky there. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they...
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. It's the fullback, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. Well, they weren't messing around. 1st and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, 1st down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it, 6 points on the board. Drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will find his man on the outside. 11 yards on the pickup, and it's good enough for a Cleveland 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play action pass and completing it.
Fresh set of downs here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. 2nd down, they need less than a yard to pick up the 1st. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football, and getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. His pass caught at the 4. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come out here in the eye. They'll set up a throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
And Coons connects on this one. It's good, and that'll bring them back within 4. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
So much for halftime adjustments by the defense because you know they had to talk about it. The entire first half, they struggled to contain him. And here he is coming out in the second half and establishing the same tone. Still running the football with authority, still gaining big yardage. So I just figure on the offensive side, they said there is no adjustment. Until they slow us down, keep going at them, keep handing them the football. And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like...
There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. How about that? Their quarterback standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown. And once again, the Browns are back in front. So a designed run. Drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 23. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals take possession. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They're the punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Back to throw here. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
All right, here we go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The 13 yards that time of the first. Going to give this time to the tailback. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Hey. Four down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will find his man on the outside. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Two yards to go here on third down.
He's coming, double up. Set, boom,
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 11 and a first down. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Red zone opportunity. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. First down and goal, the offense knocking on the door. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Did your high school have that same push them back cheer?
I was a kicker.
Well, it certainly worked. Didn't matter whether we were kickers or not. That one worked, didn't it? They pushed him back at his last snap of the ball, and boy, they created a nice...
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add a little...
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
5 receivers in the game, 4 of them to the left side. They'll look to throw here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That one goes for 24 yards. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. They'll run the option left. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. They'll step aside. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And they're going to go soft on the corners. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is indeed good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half. It gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Whoosh! And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So it'll be first down here after the run. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And there, the man coverage not good enough, partner, and they're able to complete the pass.
Excellent recognition of the man coverage, and they found the guy who could win downfield.
They'll set up a throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. It's a gain of 14 there, and that'll be good for a Cleveland first. Quarterback and receiver on the same page, and they beat the man coverage.
Sometimes you get too aggressive as a defense. You go into man coverage. That means you've got to win at the line of scrimmage yourself. On that play, the offense did.
They go play action here on first down. This will be caught at about the 3. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front. What a game this has turned out to be, and what a touchdown right there.
How about when scheme and talent match up? Because they absolutely had to have that. When they had to find their way into the end zone to take the lead, they get it to their wide receiver. He gets that done for them. And now they get to look at their defense and say, guys, make it stand up.
Now, that's the only way it would have been more ideal is if you put it in the end zone with 1 second or 0 seconds on the clock, but beggars can't be choosers.
Not at all. And whose heart wants to deal with that anyway? Go ahead and score while you've got the opportunity.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. Coons on now to kick this one away following the score. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
Well, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you, I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
Going right side here, and that's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And that is incomplete.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it's second down. One receiver left, 3 to the right. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from him. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Defense.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. They'll come up with split backs in the backfield. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. Back to throw. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. He's back to throw. He's got time in the pocket. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for the Browns, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching.